There's some big news coming out today from Kings Island about their 2024 Winterfest event. You definitely want to stay tuned to the end of this video and make sure you get all the information. Now, what Winterfest is, in case you don't know, select Cedar Fair parks, or now Legacy Cedar Fair parks, do an event in between their Halloween events and New Year's Eve. So this is called Winterfest, and the parks that I believe that all do it are Kings Island, Carowinds, Kings Dominion, California's Great America, and Canada's Wonderland. I don't think any other parks do it. But basically what it is, it's a holiday event with limited ride availability and limited days and hours. Right now, today, we're only going over Kings Island because they came out with some great news, something that we've been anticipating and hoping for, but did not know for sure. Now, first and foremost, let's get into everything that you need to know about Kings Island Winterfest. If you do not have a pass for Cedar Fair or Kings Island specifically, you will need to obviously buy a ticket. And right here are their different ticket options. So you can get admission for $33. You can get a bundle for $50. Winterfest Bring a Friend. So this is if you are a pass holder and you want to bring a friend, you can do for $25. And there's a VIP igloo rental. Now, we've seen these igloos before. They usually, I don't know if they put them anywhere other than underneath the Eiffel Tower, but I know for sure that some are put underneath the Eiffel Tower, and it's just a place for you to relax and keep warm in that. That is $225. So these are the ways that you can get into the event if you are not a pass holder. And let's go into the calendar because, like I said, they do have limited availability. I'll go to monthly right here, and you will see anything that is blue will be days that are open. So they open Friday the 29th, and they're open from 5 to 10 p.m. So only 5 hours. And then Saturdays, they're open 6 hours from 4 to 10. So you see that there definitely is limited time. Let's see. You will notice that they're open mostly just Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Sundays, again, open from 5 to 10. But you will notice that they are open the third week of December, leading right into around the week before Christmas time. And then they're open other than Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, the week of Christmas. And then, of course, open on New Year's Eve, which we've gone to for the first time. We've been going to Winterfest since 2018 at Kings Island, but we only did their New Year's Eve event, which was a lot of fun. And we did that for the first time this past year. So they're obviously open until midnight. Rides are not open until midnight, but like for the last hour, I think if I remember correctly, rides were open until 11. And then the last hour was just to celebrate and get ready for New Year's. Since Winterfest does have limited ride availability, they do have a lot of other things like specialty shows, food, lights everywhere. So it's definitely something that isn't supposed to be ride oriented. The rides are supposed to be something on top of the event to get you festive for the holiday season. And one of the big things that they do nightly, they do at 8:30 p.m. They do the Winterfest Wonderland Parade. Now, we've seen this pretty much every time that we've gone, and it's always a fun parade to check out. And I mentioned live entertainment, so here are the shows for all the people that are into shows at these parks. You do have the tree lighting ceremony at 5:30 every day. That the tree being the Eiffel Tower is all lit up, so they light up the Eiffel Tower and then everything else around the park. We've never actually sat and watched that before because as soon as we get into the park, we always head straight to like Mystic Timbers or something, which is one of the couple roller coasters that is open for the event. And they have a lot of these like little singing duets or quartets or whatever. They have these throughout the park, different locations. The Yuletide Follies, Swinging into Christmas, the Mistletones, songs of the Nativity, and they do have family shows. So obviously these are for the whole family, but especially aimed towards the young kids, obviously, especially the Peanuts one, where you get the characters and stuff like that. And they do have ice carvers. The ice carver is always fun to check out. Lights and sights. Now, this is what I talked about before. They have tons of lights up everywhere. Just really cool to walk around and look at everything that there is to see. Now, of course, what would a holiday event be without some fun activities for the kids? Now, you see here, I think this is Mrs. Claus right here. So kids get to make cookies with Mrs. Claus. So they do have the fountain at the front of the park. They do ice it over and make it Snowflake Lake. Now, this is an upcharge. You do not get this with your admission. Look, I see right here they have the slide. Now, the slide is something that we do every single year. Sometimes it does get a long line and doesn't really seem worth it, but we usually make some time and try to catch it whenever it's a shorter line because they have their little fake ice and just, I don't know, just like a slide, almost like what amusement parks used to have when you used to go down slides in like potato sacks or whatever. But these are on big inner tubes. You have different crafts and Charlie Brown's Christmas tree lot, North Pole Post Office. So just plenty of things to do, even if you are not a thrill seeker and someone that goes to amusement parks normally. If you are indeed a thrill seeker and go to this event for the rides, much like what we do, then they do not disappoint. And this is where the big news comes in. Let's click on attractions right here. Now, every year they have a lot of things aimed towards kids. Now, Boo Blasters, I don't know. I think that's supposed to be aimed towards kids, but me and Milo enjoy it so much. So that's one of our favorite things to do anytime that we go to Kings Island is Boo Blast. So that is open. Cargo Loco, one of their newer flat rides. The small kids carousel. Lots of kids rides. Dodge 'em. And Flight of Fear, which changes into the name Flight of Cheer for the holiday event. So that is one of their coasters that they have open. It is an indoor coaster, so they can run it whenever. Franklin's Flyers. And the Railroad, this is always fun. They do a nice 12 Days of Christmas. At least the last time that we did it a couple years ago, it was 12 Days of Christmas, and you just go through and they play the song, and they have a bunch of like things set up to go along with the song and that. So that's something. That thing gets a huge line though, so we don't always do it because it's such a long line. If you can catch it with some sort of shorter line, or if that is a priority, it is definitely a lot of fun. Antique Autos, definitely something that is always fun. Now, Mystic Timbers, Mystic Timbers and Flight of Cheer have been the two roller coasters that have been open ever since we started going in 2018. Now, 2017 was the first year they had this. Now, Kings Island used to do a Winterfest years back, but I won't even get into that. But this newer Winterfest started in 2017 when Mystic Timbers was brand new. So they had two roller coasters, and that was a lot of fun. You got there, got a couple rides in, got some flat rides, looked at some stuff, went down the slide or whatever. But now, huge news. This was actually Don Helbig and Ryan Sir from Tower Topics. They broke this as a rumor and kind of trusted them that they were on top of things, but they said that there was a chance that they might be adding some attractions to Winterfest. And sure enough, if you go down, yes, Scrambler, that is it. That is what they added on, Scrambler and Shake, Rattle, Roll. So if you're excited about that, leave a thumbs up down below. Just kidding. As you see right here, we got Snoopy Soapbox Racers, their brand new Vekoma Family Boomerang. So this is now another coaster that will be open. So that will make 3 coasters, but that is not it, people. Soul Spin. Great Pumpkin Coaster, yes, that has always been open. That is a kiddie coaster. So I wasn't counting that because it's not a larger thrill coaster. But if you do have smaller kids that want to ride something, then they do have a kids roller coaster. But boom, Racer. The Racer will be open. From what I understand, it will only be one side that will be open, which isn't unusual during some slower times or some times where they're more short-staffed. But we need to be thankful that the Racer, a coaster that definitely could be open in colder temperatures, will be in fact open. So that means that there are 4 roller coasters, 3 geared more towards adults, and then Snoopy Soapbox Racers geared more towards the family. But 5 roller coasters in all, 3 larger thrill coasters, and 1 family coaster, which all thrill seekers would definitely enjoy in Snoopy Soapbox Racers. We've ridden it a couple times. It is definitely fun. Now, I will point out that if you're looking at this and you see these little circles that say fast lane, this does indicate that these rides do take fast lane, but that is during the normal operating season. Unfortunately, Kings Island does not use fast lane for their Winterfest. They turn their fast lane lines into single rider lines, which personally I'm not happy with. I was kind of honestly hoping, now that they added more rides, I was hoping that they would go the route of allowing fast lane, because Carowinds did this a couple years ago. Originally, their Winterfest did not have Fury 325 as one of the roller coasters. They added it, and when they added Fury into the list, they started allowing fast lanes to be used at their Winterfest. So I actually called today. I called down to Kings Island and asked if they would allow fast lanes. And they said basically no, but any decision like that would probably be announced a couple days before the event. So I guess there's always the possibility that they will allow fast lanes, but they never have in the past. And as of right now, they don't have any announcement made where they are allowing fast lanes. So I just wanted to point that out in case you guys are looking at all these graphics of the rides and you see the fast lane by it. That just means that these are the rides that have fast lane during the regular season. But I definitely think that this is great news. This event keeps getting busier and busier by the year, so adding more attractions to split up the crowds is definitely a good idea and smart move by Kings Island. So huge shout out to Kings Island for recognizing that the event is getting busy and only a couple roller coasters operating does lead to very long lines. So hopefully this will spread things out. We will be down there opening day without question, doing a vlog. So if you want to check out that and other roller coaster and amusement park content, please subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, because those 2 things help against the YouTube algorithm and pushes this video and our channel out to as many people as possible. I'd also like to give a quick shout out to all our channel members. All these people here on the screen help out the channel oh so much, and in return they get things like shout outs, exclusive videos, pictures, stuff like that. And like I said, they help out the channel a ton. So thank you to all our channel members. Thank you to all our subscribers. And that is it for this video. Kings Island Winterfest 2024, just a few weeks away. Let us know if you're excited down below, and we'll see you guys next time right here on Beach Cliff Studios.